creature in the universe has successfully vanquished an old door.
Silence!
No chance.
Hello, welcome back. Doctor Who, which I'm so happy about. It is my favourite show, guys, and I was really happy with Flux. I'm not going to talk too much about Flux because we already did that in the last episodes, but just generally it was fantastic. I loved it. Some people didn't like it, and it's really unfortunate for them. I will say this, I am a little bit surprised this episode isn't an hour and a half or plus long. Obviously, the last season, the average sort of episode length was like the 50-minute mark. Maybe some of them, I think some of them were 60 minutes, and then this one is the same, 60 or 59 minutes or 60 minutes, so it's the same as the longest running of last season. So I'm a little bit surprised, you know. I thought that a special would be a little bit longer, more like slightly more movie length. Perhaps it'll work perfectly. They worked perfectly in the other episodes that we've had. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. As ever, like I said, I hope you had a fantastic new year. Let's get straight into it.
Happy nearly New Year, Sarah. Here we are again.
Yeah,
He likes her, doesn't he? 100%. 100%. Come on.
Here we are again. So,
Can you remind me of the list of things that can't be stored?
Dude!
yes.
The list of things that can't be stored.
Stolen or illegal goods. Board game.
Yes.
Is it a toxic, hazardous, or radioactive board game?
What?
There's loads of paper in there.
There's keys.
Nah, there's something else, right?
I
Surely.
hear loads of
There's
storage
something else.
places of access codes now.
Yes, Nick.
See you next year.
What's in his
Have you been
bag?
practicing
What's
that?
in his bag? Come on.
I'm not sure, but that's why we're landing on the sentient beaches of Salmon Rover. We'll be playing
That's not-
chess with the fish.
I've seen the trailer of this.
The lobsters.
Where's the beach? Oh, that's so cool. Look at it. You know, that would be a cool way for the TARDIS to change its appearance, you know, for that sort of thing to happen. Here we go. Listen to...
Where's the beach?
I love that bell, man. Is that
Sure,
normal?
we're in Salmon Rover. Manchester.
Four places.
Sorry.
Of all places.
New Year's Eve 2021. 9 minutes to midnight.
Liverpool, nice.
TARDIS will be sort too.
Oh,
There'll be a party
yes.
on somewhere.
Simona, November 20. What? Dude. Oh, Eve.
Identity.
Oh!
I'm Nick.
Oh my god. Why does he want it to identify if it's... Gosh, I love it how the voices and... Oh my goodness gracious me. Where's the
going on?
plunger?
Exterminate.
Oh wow, she's gone as well.
Daleks!
Well, so much for them being like intense. Oh, I thought they were going to be like central characters to this episode. Apparently not.
No one.
Just go.
I'm using my Johnny's weapon systems.
Sonic device.
Oh. Wait, they just override their Sonic.
Not like this.
Wait, what? Okay, so Daleks are back, deadly as ever. They basically come to the storage unit, which is a bit strange, you know, like what's so important about this unit? That guy originally, the guy that went in there said, what can I put in the storage unit? I was like, surely he's carrying something other than a board game, because that's pretty random, you know, unless that's just his way of trying to make extended conversation with someone he fancies, but it's a bit weird, you know. It's a bit strange, but I mean, I imagine that the Daleks are there for something, and the Doctor's there as well, and then obviously it's basically killed all three of them. Now the question, well, we know that they're not dead. I mean, it's obvious, right? The Doctor just doesn't die like that. So there's going to be some sort of like, I think I remember hearing someone or comments about a time loop. I don't know, because I didn't really see much of like pre this episode. I tried to avoid that sort of stuff. But I think I remember some comments saying something about a time loop. So maybe the TARDIS sets them in a time loop or to try and avoid dying, or I don't know, like the Dalek wouldn't do that. The Dalek would want them dead, right? So maybe it's got to have something to do with the TARDIS, right? Or the TARDIS, if the Doctor's about to die, just boom, snap them into a time loop so that they can figure out how to get out of it. Oh wait, hold on a second. The TARDIS did that to River Song, didn't it? The TARDIS back in Big Bang, in the Big Bang or in the Pandorica opens, River was exploding in the TARDIS, and then in this episode after, everything was just repeating and repeating and repeating, and River was basically dying again and again and again and again. But it was just before she died, so it was keeping her from dying and resetting that timeline that created this big problem. And then the Doctor actually ended up going in and saving her. So that's my point. Like, is that what the TARDIS has done again? And I imagine the TARDIS is going to do this for them to escape this, well, their imminent death, right? But yeah, anyway, the point is, this episode so far has been great. It's a great start. It's a really intense start. And a lot of questions already. I mean, it's only 10 minutes in and I'm already asking so many different things. Now, the other question I have as well is, how many Daleks are there going to be? Is it going to be one of those episodes where it's like a solo Dalek, or is it going to be a couple, or are we looking at fleets of them? Because the last time we saw the Daleks, you know, the Flux event happened, which a lot of people still are confused about, whether the Flux like reset the time stream, whether the Flux didn't kill some of the Daleks always survived, we know that, come on, whether some of them weren't there, and all there's just lots of questions surrounding it. So the question is, how many Daleks are there actually going to be?
See you next year.
Oh, you've been practicing that.
See? They're literally in the time loop and they realise it already.
Didn't we just get exterminated?
Oh, so they all remember. Now the question is, what happens if they try and avoid the events in the repeated timeline? Yeah. They're completely trapped there now.
He's not here.
Because he ran off. The Dalek's going to show up now, though.
We've gone back in time.
She's going to end up dying where he died, isn't she? I mean, he's going to end up dying where she died. What did I say?
Exterminate!
I don't even think the Dalek would know that it's in a time loop. Surely not.
No. Just
No.
no. Okay? Because this is
Sorry.
my premises. Get.
Increased fear levels detected.
I mean, well, obviously.
He's calling it failure.
You. Assessment has been made.
Pretty smart, Daleks.
We've been able to unlock the time reset, so we're still alive.
Nah, it'll just happen again. So watch and see. Exactly. The Daleks probably tracked them, and then the TARDIS has gone, sorry, I'm the strategic genius, reset everything. Okay, so as of right now, they're stuck in a time loop, this constant spinning time loop that I think the TARDIS has created. So far what it sounds like is the Daleks arrive, probably as an intercept of the Doctor. That's what it feels like. The Daleks maybe followed her, or it's tracked her. Something to do with the Flux remnants in the TARDIS. Maybe it's escaped the Flux and followed her or something. My point is like, it's come here, and presumably it's come here to kill her. I think what's happened is it's trapped them there, but then the TARDIS has put this whole bubble as a time loop. Very similar to the one that River Song was put in before her death. And it's to keep them alive to resolve this. And I also think potentially this may be creating the damage in the TARDIS. You know how it starts cracking and splintering? Well, this sort of thing must be hard to hold, right? I mean, last time the TARDIS was in a situation that was like this deadly, it blew up. Like, I know it was a slightly different situation, but it blew up, you know? How are we going to get out of this? And the thing is the Dalek going to start strategizing to get out of this as well, or to resolve this as well? Because you think about it, it's already predicting every one of their moves. What's it going to do next? What's it say this time?
Jazz and Dan.
How'd you get in here? Wait, are you from building control?
We're here to control your building.
I'm trying to figure out which one is most unlikely. Time loop is robots, or 3 people from the council working on New Year's.
We're here to help. We're also stuck in the time loop. The robot isn't a robot, it's a Dalek.
I'm being generous!
I don't find, like, annoying, but I find it a little bit frustrating. I don't know if this is because I've gotten older, and it's like, because I've watched the old, maybe I have to watch another old episode of Doctor Who again, just to, like, really look at the specific detail. But one thing I've noticed with newer series, or newer episodes of Doctor Who, the creatures miss, like, every single shot. Like, in this situation, right, there's this tight hallway, a Dalek's sort of moving forward, and it's like, got this new spinny, updated, extreme speed exterminator thing, and it just like, and like, it's this tight hallway, but it just misses every single shot. I mean, if they were so good, we would never have any episodes though, so I guess that makes sense. I just wonder, has that changed, or have I just gotten a lot older and I view it differently?
Take me. You can take me, but just let them go.
He's just gonna... They don't bargain. Daleks
You're
do
right.
not
This
bargain.
is all my fault.
Period.
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. So you can let them go.
It's just gonna repeat again.
You know, I said there's always another way out.
Yeah.
There isn't. Solid concrete walls, thick ceilings. Take a long time to resonate through those. Time on your phone proved it. We're coming back a minute later each time.
Oh.
Last time, it was 8 minutes to midnight.
Are they getting
This
close
time,
to the death
7.
every time?
I think the next is going to be 6.
Basically what they're saying now is, let's just die over and over and over again to try and figure out to stop this Dalek. And that basically means that if they die, they get to go up to different floors and explore different storage units. They're currently stuck right now. But the thing is like they've just mentioned, every single time it resets, it gets a minute closer to their death. Now the question is, if it gets to the minute to the end, is that just them? Does that mean that the loop just dissipates and they die? I imagine that's what that means. So it's like imminent death, and now they've got to try and solve this in a certain number of lives. It's almost like they've got like 6 or 7 lives left, because they said, what is it, 7 minutes away now? So 7 times they can do this before they end up dying.
Go straight to the 5th floor, see what that stash has to offer.
So they're basically gonna die, go to the 5th floor.
Target will be executed.
Targeted execution of who?
You.
Yeah, I thought so. So it's, they're targeting her again.
So it is your fault.
Exterminate.
And then they all go again. Top floor, now.
That's either an echo or...
There's 2 of them.
Oh, for goodness
What are
sake.
you doing?
I'll keep the one on reception busy. You 2 try and figure out how to stop all of this.
Come on, Dan.
If I manage to
Yes.
stay alive, I'll see you up there. But I hear some kind of automated stuff.
So he's basically just talking his way out of this. Come on.
Desist. Do not approach.
What kind of a welcome is that? Hey?
I've always wondered. Literally just hug onto the centre. Well, at least they come back. Let's hope that they do come back every time.
I lied to you earlier on. I didn't.
I told you they fancy each other.
Second time.
We're never going to get that moment on the beach where you tell me everything that happened to you, are we? Of course we will.
Oh, so here we go. It's conflict again. Oh, wow. So as you can see, just from that one line, the conflict is still there. That Yaz needs to know. She wants to know. Well, she wants the Doctor to open up, and I've said this. I've said it, and I'll say it again. Yaz will end up leaving because of that reason. Or she'll end up dying. Or I doubt they'd do this and then have her die. I feel like she's going to end up leaving the Doctor because she just won't open up. And it happened with Martha. Martha sort of felt connected to the Doctor in a different way, and now it's happening again. Now the question is, what's the Doctor going to do? Because some of this stuff, you know, it's hard for her to open up about, or I think she's always had that inability to open up completely to 99% of people. And Yaz is going to end up being one of them, isn't she? And then she'll leave, or something like that will happen, because it's the same thing. When are you going to tell me everything? When are you going to tell me everything? Graham and Ryan sort of didn't really connect with her on the same sort of level, right? And they left, and they were happy to leave to get on with their normal lives, and it was pretty quick for them. Yaz felt there was more for her there with the Doctor, but I feel like she's going to end up feeling mistaken. I like this episode, you know. It's really good.
Useful resources.
I like the ones when she's like really grounded and doesn't have like technological like assist, you know. It's like all like fighting with what she has.
If I set fire to this, will it have explosive and potentially devastating consequences?
Yes.
And the answer is yes.
I know these aren't the same situations, but I thought it was cool to link it. Back when we had the Dream Lord in Amy's Choice, basically when he like it got to the end and it was like, there are these 2 time streams. One of them is real, one's not. When you realize, when you find out, both of them are fake. And the Doctor goes, we just need to blow it up. We need to die in both time streams, and it will reset to the original one. Could this be a similar thing? Like, imagine they end up just having to like reset the whole, or blow it up and reset the whole thing, or like it'll be some dramatic thing like, oh, as soon as it hits midnight, blow the place up or something. I don't know. I just get a weird vibe that like something like that may be on the cards, or explosive material, you know. They've mentioned that a few times now.
I wouldn't. No. If I was
Sorry to interrupt. Highly emotional scene. So what's she trying to do now?
I know I haven't opened you in years, but it doesn't work with me.
Oh, is it like some sort of like... okay, that's gonna be... Okay, let me just say this right now. Did you see that big storage vault? This is going to sound like the weirdest, most bizarre theory, but just hear me out right. They're going to end up using that as refuge, and then they're going to blow up those explosive materials with the Daleks. She's like, I haven't opened you in years, and it's like, oh my god. It's like maybe it's some sort of storage shelter or something. I don't know. It just looked quite reinforced, you know, with the big steel doors and da-da-da-da. So maybe, if you can blow up the timeline at the point it's created, won't it just reset to, like, the original? Does that make sense? Before it's recreated?
We did not create the time loop.
You see? So they didn't create
It was
it.
created by your TARDIS.
What did I say? I knew it was created by the TARDIS. Save them.
You are responsible for the destruction of millions of Daleks. Your death is the
I knew it was going to be connected to that, hunting her down because of the flux.
Nick doesn't survive past 5-2. So if he doesn't survive this time, then there's not going to be another 5-2. It'll be 4 minutes to.
Wait.
And then he'll be dead. Properly.
Oh, shoot. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that because they all arrived at different times. So he dies the earliest, which means he ends the earliest, and this is his last. Oh my god. What did I say about potentially someone dying? But, like, literally. So they all die at different times, which means the last ones to die would be the Doctor and Yaz and all of them, right? They would be the last ones. Yeah! Good on you, my friend.
Did you duck?
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you duck? Yeah.
How would you feel about destroying this place?
What did I say? Oh my god, what did I say?
I mean, I'd have to talk to my insurance. Who is he? Why is he talking?
Were you? Noticing my mate? That's my job.
Thanks, you.
2 birds, 1 stone. Or 2 Daleks, 1 phone. Yeah, no, the other one's better. Can you get your mum to call at exactly 10 seconds to midnight?
Here we go. 3 now. Wait. Great. What now? Yeah, love that photo. Oh, a goosebumps. Yes. No. Great. Now they can't go up. Gosh. Now it's going to be up to the Doctor, right? All powers off. It's right there. And he's going to die as well. So now it's just up to the Doctor, Yaz, and...
I can't execute the plan in time if it's dark.
Great.
Just tell her.
Just tell her.
It's not that easy.
I just want to know what she's going to react like, though, because
I took way
we
too
know
long
what
to
happens
tell
and why
someone
she
that
doesn't
I
get
like
close
my
to
name.
people.
Doctor!
The Doctor cannot save you.
Oh my god! 1v3. Great. Okay, before this episode ends, I don't know if I'll pause it again. I may not, but I just want to talk about Yaz before I forget about it and her sort of feelings for the Doctor. Well, we've seen it's coming, guys, that she's got that connection and she really wants that to happen, but she's sort of concealed it within herself, and I think she knows, part of me feels like she knows deep down that that sort of thing is way more complicated with someone like the Doctor. She's been through so much, she's had so many different relationships, she's seen people die again and again and again. The minute she gets close to people, she loses them, and it's like, it comes to a point when it's like, does she even want that anymore? Because she just sees those people die or leave, and it's just, she's left alone every single time it happens. You know, think about River, think about Rose, you know, it happens, you know, think about the Doctor's daughter, it happened there again, and it's like, I don't think Yaz is confident that the Doctor's going to be able to reciprocate the way she needs it. And that's why I think she's going to end up leaving, because that connection's strong for Yaz, but it's going to be... I think it's going to be there for the Doctor, but I feel like she's going to be extraordinarily hesitant. Or they're going to do the whole switcheroo on us, and they're going to have it that it starts developing, and then Yaz is going to end up dying. Like something... The Doctor never gets a break. Something bad will happen. But yeah, I just get Martha vibes so much, you know. Exactly what happened with Martha. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to like restate this because I theorized it at the start of the episode, but now it's actually happening. The plan right now is to find this explosive stuff, congregate it into one area downstairs, blow it up, get in, or get out, get through that door, or whatever that vaulty door thingy is that they have downstairs. That's the plan. And then obviously, like I said as well, the TARDIS did do this to them. It sort of put them in this position. But the question is as well, is fixing the TARDIS, because it's obviously going through its revamp with obviously getting rid of all the flux debris, but like, it's still breaking. And I imagine it's breaking because it can't control this. I don't know. It's crazy. Like, it's literally cracking.
Oh, Jeff. You bad.
Fireworks.
Dan, we'll handle with this.
New Year's, right?
Yaz, go get Sarah.
Happy New Year.
Bring them down here. My actions are catching up with me. Time is catching up with me. I will not let you die.
Something's gonna happen, man. They're setting it up. They're like literally
She likes
building up to it.
I don't understand what you're saying, Dan.
I think she does as well.
For some reason, you pretend that you don't.
It's because she doesn't want them to die. She gets attached and then bad things happen. One more stab. Let's go. 2 minutes left. Oh no, so 2 more. 2 more resets, right? And
The ascension device.
then it's gone for the last time. So there's the decoy, right? And then they're gonna do the opposite.
Exterminate.
Here we go. 1 minute left. 1 minute. So 40 seconds left and there'll be a call. Dude, Up they go.
So good on Supermarket Sweep.
Here we go. Lights off. Your own game now. Come on.
Everybody get clear. Get down.
I'm so glad I predicted that, eh? Boom. Holy shoot. Happy New Year, everyone that's watching. What a good episode, man. If you didn't like that, I'm surprised. That was so good. Yeah, I don't know what to think because, like, yeah, there you go, there's the TARDIS, and it's fixed now. What was I going to say? It's always the same, you know, like... Oh, wait. That guy. I remember him. Is he the one that was in the cranes in the first episode of her era? Or am I wrong? I don't know.
What did you mean when you said your actions were catching up with you?
Just be open. Oh, she's not being open about it. No.
I don't remember.
That's it. Oh wait, no, that's not it.
Just use the wheel.
What an episode, man. What an episode. Honestly, I really liked that. I feel like most people should really like that episode. I thought it was fantastic. It's actually probably one of my favourites, you know, of Whittaker's era. Up with the Village of the Weeping Angels, but then that one, it was so good. Like, it was like the Daleks, but like the Daleks we know, and it was like this repeating time stream, and we find out that the Daleks are actually hunting the Doctor simply because of what she did with the Flux, what they think she did with the Flux, and her actions are coming back to bite her, and the Daleks are after her. And I think that's a nice reference to the whole beware of the forces that build against you sort of thing because of, you know, everything that's gone on. So the Daleks had their stab, failed, the Doctor ends up escaping the time that the TARDIS put them in by blowing all this up and basically destroying the Daleks in the process. As for like what next generally, this episode I don't imagine it connects too much onto another one. I think the only thing that's going to really connect is this whole idea of the Doctor's on the run from all these different species that are after her, and I think it's like, other than that, potentially just the Yaz situation and the relationship they're developing will be a sort of key part to play. And then obviously I think the next episode either is the last or the second to last one we get with Jodie. I'm not completely sure on the numbers, but either way it's one of the last ones. Now I'm a little bit confused because I think there's a lot to explore with Yaz and the Doctor's relationship, like a lot. So how are they gonna like explore that if they end up just ending it in the next episode, unless Yaz does continue, which I'm all for, like all for. But could we even get a situation that's like the Doctor changes so much again that Yaz falls out of love for her? Because think about what Clara did. Clara had Matt Smith and she was falling for him hard, and she was like falling in love with this man. The madman in the box, right? Then Capaldi came along and his personality was completely different. It was the more angry and stern and less caring on the outside, I must say, than Smith's was, and she fell out of that. She said, I don't think I know who you are anymore. Are we going to get something similar? Is Yaz going to sort of experience that same thing, or is something going to happen to her? Those are the two sort of options that I'm thinking may sort of continue from this. But either way, I don't think Yaz's ending is going to be good, and it's really bad. I think it's going to be emotionally bad or physically bad for her. But yeah, those are the things I think will continue on, guys. As like a general, what I thought of this episode, like I said, I thought it was fantastic. I think the writing of this episode is also brilliant. I'm so glad that that level of like enjoyment is still there from Flux. I enjoyed this as much as Flux, if not more than some of the Flux episodes. I thought the pacing was right. They set it up really nicely, so everything started early on, so it wasn't like most of the episode was dialogue and understanding, and then they then show the Daleks. It was like Daleks appear, boom, they're there for the whole freaking episode, and I think they did justice for them. They got so much time to sort of show us how evil they are and how meticulous they are again. This episode also had nice references to previous episodes regarding the TARDIS time loop and saving them, regarding the Daleks and how intense they are, regarding connection to the Flux, which I was hoping that they did do so that it wasn't just a standalone episode. And I think a lot of people were worried that this episode was, oh no, gosh, the Daleks and another special, why is it always New Year's? People were getting so salty about it for no reason. I hope that those same people are now looking at their last comments and going, oh my god, I was so wrong. I was so freaking wrong. I love this episode. And honestly, if you guys didn't, I must have just been watching something else. But yeah, as a like rating of what I would give it, I'd probably give it a solid like 8 or 9 out of 10. Like, it was so thrilling and entertaining. The plotline was good. The way it was resolved was good. It wasn't like an easy resolution, you know, like sometimes I don't like how quick it is to resolve. They had to die how many times to resolve that? And it was just smart, and the Doctor once again outsmarting the Daleks. And the thing I love the most about this episode, on top of the plot, on top of the Return of the Daleks, on top of the way it ended, is the way that our characters are developing emotionally with each other. We're getting to see a depth that we don't always see with Doctor Who characters, which I think we missed with Bill, which I think we missed with some other characters as well. Dan is just as funny. We're also seeing Dan sort of mediate this relationship between Yaz and the Doctor, which we think is building, and then we're also seeing, obviously, Yaz and the Doctor and their relationship develop really nicely, and maybe into something that will flower. We don't know yet. The Doctor's saying, we can tell the Doctor's connected, but she's scared. Yaz is all in, but she's also scared of the way the Doctor will react. So it's really complicated, which I like, and it's going to be sort of hopefully resolved in future episodes. For me, if I was to write this, I would write another sort of plot line that's like, the Doctor's changed, I don't think I know who she is anymore. I feel like that would be like a really cool sort of thing to revisit, same as with Capaldi, because that sort of adds another depth or to the characters, and it sort of shows you how different the Doctors can be as they change. But yeah, so that's that episode, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. The Daleks were spot on, characters were spot on, relationships were spot on, ending was spot on. Just a really, really solid special. It's up there with one of my favourite sorts of specials, guys. I think my favourite has to probably be The Waters of Mars. Like, it's just unbeatable in my opinion. I loved it so much. Maybe the last ones with Tennant, I don't know. Tennant's ones were amazing. It's so hard to beat, but this one's up there as one of my favourites of recent episodes, guys. I loved it so freaking much. I'm trying to avoid all spoilers. That's why I'm not searching up anything. I want it to be completely shock-like. I don't even want to know who the next Doctor is. I want to speculate who that is. I purely want to find out based on shock, which I'm really excited about. So, I hope they round that up nicely. Maybe I hope they continue onwards. But at the end of the day, there's one more episode that I'm aware of with Jodie, or maybe two, and they're going to be bangers, 100%. But yeah, that's really all I got to say, guys. So if you did enjoy this video, as ever, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. And as ever, don't forget to follow my Instagram, guys, British Chat with 2Ps. Link is in the description below. And also, it's a lot of ands. Let me know down below what you thought of the episode, the reaction. What would you rate this episode? Did you like it as much as I did, or was I sort of viewing it really sort of, I don't know, different to everyone else? I thought it was fantastic, so just let me know your thoughts down below. Happy to get some discussion going. But yeah, like I said, Happy New Year, guys. I hope you all had a fantastic one. As ever, it's been your boy, British Chat. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.